Okay, whoa.
I'm the meat chef.
Well, I don't like Facebook because I can't find a job.
Do I smoke meat? You going to betray me?
I am on a good place.
I didn't mean for this to happen.
That's right, I'm married with a family.
Now tell me, does that make any sense to you?
Chili?
I don't think so. I don't think I got too gassy from it.
Oh, man.
I thought it was good. I thought you did a good job.
You like the chili?
Yeah.
In case you didn't try it. It's my first ever chili. First ever chili. But I didn't try on it. I got to be honest. I feel like the first time I'm like,
You just threw it all in there.
yeah, it was like the first time. It's how I tell anyone if they want to do stand up. Just do it. Don't write. Write later. You just gotta
Yeah.
get whatever you're worried about out of your
How long did you guys write before you started?
like 3 months.
Stand up.
I haven't started yet.
I'm going to do my first open mic tonight.
Yeah. Crazy Creek. Tonight's tonight.
Yeah,
Try
yeah.
it for the first. No, I mean writing. I do stand up all the time. I don't write. I do
That's
stand up every night.
Yeah.
I don't write though.
Oh. That's the problem with though the problem is my chili because you're supposed to let it sit in water. Those beans, you're supposed to let them sit in water for 12 hours.
Oh.
Did not. And apparently there's sugars that you can rinse out of them that did not rinse out. And now I feel like I'm a big old balloon.
Those are the gassy sugars.
Yeah, I am so bloated. And thank God my office is just me.
Yeah.
I have my own little space.
You can just nuke your own office.
Yeah, and then someone will come in and ask me questions, and I like stand up like I'm in a hurry to leave so they can talk to me in the hallway.
Get this. Before I started stand-up, wrote for 2 years into my phone. Just wrote down ideas for 2 years.
Do you have any of those left over?
Yeah, how
I
much
could
was
probably find
salvageable?
it. I could probably find them.
I mean, like, how much were you able to
zero.
use?
That's the thing is zero.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you said. As soon as
The format just doesn't fit until
you just don't know until you do it.
Mhm.
It was like I did that first open mic, and I was like, nothing I have written is anywhere near funny. Oh my!
Yeah.
It was my first bit was about grinding in the club, and I don't think I ever grinded in a club.
ground.
Ground. I never grounded.
Yeah,
Ground.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, that's interesting. I was trying to do a bit about grinding now.
Look at you.
Yeah, like it was a fever dream we had.
Shared it.
Yeah. No one. I can't imagine even seeing it now. Look at imagine how ridiculous. Like, do high schoolers still grind?
I would be interested to find that out, but there's no safe way. There's not a safe way to peer into a high school cafeteria and find out.
I can't even.
Although
ask.
you could be a sub, and then work your way up into permanent sub, and then permanent subs probably get to volunteer to say who chaperones the dances. You sign up, you get in that cafeteria pretty safe.
Yeah.
Then you're in there, and then you get your information, and then you quit and don't tell anybody. You just
Are
leave.
teachers volunteering to be the chaperone?
I don't know if they volunteer, but
Yeah, like
There's
there's
a
a
forced
list. Yeah,
forced volunteer.
yeah, there's a
kind of
list that goes out probably. You
There
have
was
to-
just like one male teacher. Yo, can I get in on this? I just want to hang out.
I never had a teacher that was like into the like teen culture. I never had any young high school teachers. All my high school teachers were like 78 years old. I feel
Oh,
like.
really?
Yeah, they were. I had old teachers.
We had like a 23-year-old, and he was so cool. And
23.
Yeah, he also seemed like super old. And boy, 23 came around. I was like, man, that guy. I can't believe we listened to everything he said. You know, he was one of those like shake 'em up kind of teachers. Like what's the Robin Williams movie?
Oh, Patch Adams.
No,
Dead Poets Society.
yeah.
Poets Society.
Yeah, the one where he
Wait,
makes
what's
them.
Patch
He makes
Adams?
them.
The doctor one.
He makes them
Oh,
all
Laughter's
stand
the
on the
best
desk,
medicine.
and he's like, "Doesn't the world look different from up here?" And
That's
everyone's
right.
mind is blown.
Yeah.
I had a teacher like that.
He sat. He sat in the chair backwards.
Yeah, did
Like-
he?
Well, no,
Also-
I'm saying
like
like,
cool.
that
Yeah.
stereotype. Turn the chair around and be like, "Let me tell you what's what."
Yeah.
I had a teacher who swore, and I thought that was cool.
Oh,
I liked that.
yeah.
A swearing teacher
That
for
was
like
always fun.
seniors, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, once senior year kicked around and they started actually treating you like an adult.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
Fun. I had I didn't have old teachers, but I don't remember I had a Spanish teacher who was like 25, I think. She was right out of college, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
back then, they still felt older, like you said.
So old.
They feel old.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I never had like a teacher that tried to like talk to me after class and be like, "What's up?" You know, I never had that.
Our Spanish teacher had sex with one of the students.
Really?
Yeah.
So that person's probably in prison.
Yeah. Big.
Wait, senor.
How old was the student that he had sex with?
Ah, man. I think
Should
she
you be
was a
saying
freshman.
this?
I think
A
she was,
freshman?
I think so.
Oh my God.
But maybe I'm.
Dude, that happened. I heard rumors of that in my school. There were a few girls and had hooked up with a couple of teachers, but it never made its way up. So
Yeah.
at this point, it could be pure rumor. So
Yeah, I don't know.
it's pure speculation.
Yeah, there's
you
always
guys are
like
hearing some of our neighbors outside. If you're hearing that, our friendly new neighbors.
Yeah, it was a big controversy.
Here's a weird thing. I had 5th grade. We did outdoor school. You guys remember that?
After school, I had after school.
No, outdoor school. We'd
You
go
like-
to like a camp.
Ooh, yes, and I have my own story about it. Go
This
ahead. Oh, man.
we'd go to a camp and 5th grade, and one of the chaperones, he'd sleep in the cabin with us, and
Uh-oh.
It was a bad
no,
start.
this isn't that bad. It's just kind of funny. Like, you definitely wouldn't do it now, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yo, what's up, kid?" Like, boy, like he just says something like, kind of
Kiddos?
joke douchey,
Yeah.
and then we turn around, he's mooning us.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That would
my
be.
God.
But at the
Hey.
time, I was like, this
Yeah,
guy,
I feel like you're
you know.
actually violating a camp privacy rules. I feel like
Yeah,
it's like
yeah. No, I mean, now
Yeah.
that definitely would not fly.
No.
Yeah.
But it
No
was
way.
still like, I mean, at the time, it's like, oh, he does what we do.
So I remember I was in like 4th grade, and I swear this is real. I've thought a couple times in my head. It's one of you guys ever had a story where you're like, this is too crazy to be real, and you almost question yourself. But I'm pretty sure one of my friends, also as an adult, backed me up on this. But apparently, my elementary school did like a day trip, like where we went to a camp, similar thing, right? And we spent overnight there, and we had to sign a permission slip. And then part of it was that our parents had to okay that these campers would do a live reenactment to learn about the Underground Railroad slave tunnels. These white teachers would do a walkthrough like we were, I swear to God.
Oh,
And
you guys
they
were
would-
escaping on the Underground
Right.
Railroad.
And then they were the masters yelling at us to teach us about that and doing role-playing reenactments of this.
Wait,
Weird.
why are you coming at this like you don't remember?
Because I kind of don't remember it, but I remember
Oh, you shut it out.
in
Like
pieces.
brainwashed.
But I remember asking someone, whether it was my own brother or my friend, being like, hey, this happened, right? And he was like, yes.
What grade were you in?
I think 4th grade, 4th, 5th,
Oh,
or
that's
6th
crazy.
grade.
Well,
Yeah.
5th and 6th, I can remember that
You did
easily
that?
enough. No. We
Oh.
I remember outdoor school.
Yeah.
It was in 5th grade.
But
But
we-
like, if it was, that's
definitely-
crazy if you don't remember that. That was like the biggest deal. Outdoor school?
I
You're
can't-
in school, but you're camping?
Maybe I was in 3rd grade. I can't remember it.
Yeah.
But I remember that happening, and I remember one kid said his parents were like, you're not going to this part of the camp, and didn't let him go. To this day, I'm like, there's no way I made that up. That definitely is too
Yeah.
weird and insane to not have happened.
I see
Yeah,
that. I
it's a
could
weird
see
one.
that happening.
Yeah.
Someone
like
with,
to
like,
People just don't
teach
think about it.
to teach about it. But
Yeah.
in retrospect, appalling.
Yeah, but
so can't
It's so crazy. But teachers
horrible.
are so weird. Remember when you're reading? Did your guys' teachers do this when you're reading Huck Finn?
They make you read out loud.
They make you say the N-word. I had my fucking English teacher would just be like, we'd get to it, and we're like hesitating. He's like, "Yeah, say it." He's like, "You say it."
Yeah, well, I had teachers. I don't remember reading out loud saying it, but I remember the teacher would read it out loud and say it. White person, and you're like, I remember back then being like, is he just saying it?
Yeah, he would make us stand up,
Stand
up and read, and and you're like, this is crazy.
It was educational.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is like, they're like, oh, we're going to teach them about what it was like to be slaves. But I'm like, you can't do that
Yeah.
to children. I remember they yelled at us, like they're like chasing us. And I'm like, this is like, what is this?
It sounds like the Stanford prison experiment or something.
Like,
It sounds like it got out of control. It probably was just supposed to be like, oh, we're just going to lead them around and like be like, no, you can't do that. And then it turns into like Lord of the Flies. You guys are like running away from the teachers and they're like
yelling the N-word at us. And you're like, what the
it's educational.
They're like, look,
this feels like a weird fetish for you
we just got to
guys.
put on our white robes and you guys assume the position.
Yeah, dude, I gotta confirm after the podcast. I'll put out an update when we release this, whether or not this. I'm gonna reach out to someone that when I went to school and be like, "Hey, man, did this happen? Please let me know." Because I don't. It's like the same thing with the principal thing. I don't want to put stuff out there where you're like I don't really remember.
So you guys are like, I never add up how much younger than me you guys are.
I'm 7
years.
years younger than you.
What year did you graduate?
Or 6 years.
Because I'm 04.
I'm 09. I guess
09?
5.
So like 5. So
And
I think
I'm 010,
I was
so
right
yeah,
at the
6 years.
cusp where like we were okay saying the N-word.
What do you mean?
Only when reading it.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Like
right,
there
right,
wasn't.
right.
I mean, we weren't.
Yeah, I
wasn't.
don't know.
We weren't, but it wasn't like it wasn't at like it was. It didn't come out of nowhere where we stopped saying it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
And
don't-
Will Ferrell was saying it on SNL.
Yeah, you
and
showed me
stuff.
that clip. That clip's wild.
So it was like there
Yeah.
was like a anti-PC, also like pro-educational, like people need to learn that this was an issue back in the day. People need to see the flaws in it and not hide from it. There's kind of that mentality. But still, I mean, growing up and it's like you are forcing it down the wrong way, you know?
Well, it's weird that as kids,
They don't
we're-
say it now, right?
Well,
Who knows?
I mean, I bet
we
you.
got to
I mean,
find another child to ask.
Well, in
Yeah.
school, I mean, like in high school, it's like there must be like the curriculum stuff must have changed. I could ask my brother; he's a school teacher, but like they probably don't say it anymore.
I can't
right?
imagine they would.
No,
There's
no
too
way.
much.
Yeah.
There's too much. Like someone would take a Snapchat video of it and end up on Twitter.
Well, that's the thing. All this stuff was before social media, so it's before like
You could learn about this stuff
you could-
anyway.
it's
kinda.
before like any like groups or like it's kind of before like the internet was like. I mean, the internet was around, but it wasn't like this.
Well,
We're
yeah,
not on Facebook all day, and someone's like, "Yo, Mr. P made us say the N-word in front of everyone."
Right.
It's just like wow reaction, wow reaction.
Yeah,
You know what that
it's
makes
up
me
online,
that
dude
reminds me
gets
of my French teacher. She'd always go because she'd say listen and repeat, and she'd go écoutez et répétez, and then N-word.
Yeah, that was like the thing in high school for me is that none of like the drama that existed in school, not even high school, just like school growing up, none of it was documented. You know, it's all from our memories now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that I think that happened.
You got to
but
trust
now
your
it
memory
is.
a little more.
But now, well, yeah, I'm bad with. I have a bad like. What's your guys' first memory that you can remember?
My dad leaving the car on when he went inside real quick, and I thought the car was going to drive away.
How old were you?
Either that or like waking up early and playing with trucks in the middle of the night, and my dad stumbled out and he's like, "What are you doing?" I was young. I don't know. I think I was probably 5 or 6.
5 or 6. What
But
about you?
I remember thinking of like I remember consciously being like, there is only blackness beyond these walls. Like I had no concept
no
of a
object
world
permanence.
beyond
Yeah.
the walls of the house.
Yeah, yeah.
That
almost.
makes sense.
You know?
I can't remember most memories. My memories kind of started when I was like 8 or 7, like that I can still
Yeah.
remember. I don't really remember anything from like 5 or 6 or even 4. Like, you ever meet someone that are like, "Well, when I was 2," and you're like, "What?
Yeah,
What do you mean when you were 2?"
It's weird.
It's just snapshots.
Yeah, you're like, "You're 2."
Yeah.
How can you remember when you were 2?
I think I remember my 5th birthday.
Yeah, I can, but I see photos. You guys ever see old photos and you're like, you have like a quick like that, and you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I saw something from when that. It's
Nah.
like butterfly effect, you know.
Yeah.
You look at your journals, the words. take you back.
A lot of the time,
Get a
you're
blood
kind of making
nose.
up memories. I think is what they say.
That's why I don't want to. That's why I'm speaking like I don't know if this like did I make this up? You know, like
Probably
Yeah.
Google it.
There is
So
weird
usually
stuff like
that's
that. Where you,
that stuff's documented.
yeah.
what?
I mean, like principals and teachers. I mean, there's like
Oh, yeah. I
there
could
were
look
news articles right when my Spanish teacher got fired. It was, and then you see his headshot. It was like all of it.
Oh wow!
It was like up.
I think mugshot, not headshot.
Oh yeah, oops.
You can
Yeah,
see
it's
his
just
Interesting.
mugshot.
You know, that's a good point. Like my music teacher left
Probably look it up
real
after this.
quick in high school, and there was no.
Can I see
It was
your phone?
very weird
Yep.
because he seemed like he loved his job, and now it's like maybe something happened.
Yeah,
I'll have to look him up.
it's yeah, it's just so weird. Yeah, I remember it was like I was just getting links to the thing, and we also had a tennis coach get fired.
For what?
His was like he was partying with the girls team.
Oh gee whiz.
He was like they hit him up. This is the story that I heard. So this one is like the details really aren't there, but this is the story I heard. Is that they were chilling on a Saturday and they're like, "Yeah, let's hit up the coach. Like, let's see if he can like buy us beer or something. We can hang."
Wow.
And he was like, "Yeah, come over."
There shouldn't even be. You shouldn't even be cool enough with a kid for a kid to think that's a good idea. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it shouldn't. A parent or like an adult teach a kid relationship should never reach the point where it's like, oh, I bet we could.
Right.
No, he's just like one of us.
He's cool.
Yeah.
He'd buy us beer and lose his job for us. That's
It's so funny, like thinking back, the people who the adults were super cool with the kids. Can you imagine? What a loser!
well, yeah,
I understand being a cool teacher, but like
Yeah, imagine like hanging out. Imagine getting that text right now. Like a high schooler's like Dwayne Casey.
First of all, why do they
Yo.
have my phone number? I feel like no teacher. I never had a teacher's phone number.
This was like a coach situation, so I think like that made sense somehow. But it was like, what the fuck?
Oh man,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
what are you looking up?
I'm trying to see if I can find about that principal, just to see if there's any articles about it. But like, I think it was like town gossip. Like he got fired probably, and then
Yeah.
parents talked about it. You know.
People kind of filled in the gaps on their own.
Yeah. So like, I don't know if
Yeah.
it like actually.
You also can't count your memory to work at that point. Like I think the gossip is all anyone had
Yeah.
back then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's why I don't want to put it out there. So I'll probably bleep that name in the beginning. Sorry, folks. Sorry to give you a real wet blanket of a beginning.
Yeah.
But that's like the problem, though, is people just say something and then you're like, that didn't happen. So I don't want to be part of that problem. I don't want to be the person that does that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yep, my guy got 3 years in prison.
Oh, only 3 years for having sex with an underage student?
Let me look into this.
That doesn't
Former
seem
teacher who
long
had sex
enough.
with a 14-year-old former student while
Oh.
working at a which I think she just means it was a different semester. I think that's what it means. While working at a Catholic high school, since Friday to more than 3 years in prison.
Did you know the girl or no? You were out of school.
3 years
I
does
think I was
seem like
already-
a little low, right?
Yeah, definitely does.
It's like you're sentenced until the kid turns 18.
Wait, yo, here. Look, how about this? A jury convicted Aldana of 3 felony counts tied to a sexual encounter between he and the girl, but they acquitted him of touching and hugging her on school campus.
Okay,
That was like
the minor
they're
part.
like,
is
you
a-
had sex with this girl. You did not hug and touch her on campus.
Oh man.
And Aldana was like, yeah.
That's crazy. He should have. I feel like the parents should have been like, "Yo, send this guy to jail. He had sex with their daughter."
Yeah. I wonder if there was a reason.
What's his first name?
What's that?
What's his first name?
I think Carlos.
Fuck.
Oh no.
How old was he? Did they know? Did that say it?
He was he's 40 now. No, he was 40 in 2014. So this is a while ago. He was probably like in his 30s.
Yeah. Oof. It's tough. That's brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said that Aldana had exploited a crush he knew the girl had on him. Yada yada yada.
Exploited a crush.
I have not Googled any of my old teachers. Except one. I did Google my vice principal because I really hated her. She was a real thorn in my foot. She, like, every little mistake I made, she'd come out of the woodworks and be like, you can't do this because you're not doing this or whatever. And she left. She got fired, I think, from the school I was at. And then I one day Googled her, and there's like a glass ceiling website kind of thing for teachers. People can comment on them. Her name was Miss Cannon, and there was just a ton of comments under her name for the school she was working at in like Portland, and it just said "Fire the Cannon." So I was like, at least I wasn't insane to think it was just me, you know.
This is crazy. This is we're naming names out here. This is the risky
Oh, Miss
one.
Cannon, I had a real. Yeah, you can bring her up all you want.
Yeah.
Miss Cannon.
Did you get
Real pain in the butt.
I get I'm just so glad that I'm so glad that I'm not in school now in 2019.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even college. Can you imagine going to college right now? Oh.
Just being under scrutiny of everyone.
What do you mean? I am?
No, everyone's got cameras on each other all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's
Dude,
you literally, if you're a kid, you can't make a single mistake.
They live
Otherwise, it will
Yeah.
get
It's
blasted.
documented.
And there's like, honestly, you know how people say there's like black Twitter, you know? There's like high school Twitter, I imagine, right? Where it's all
Yeah.
kids that go to schools and are whatever, and that shit probably gets blown up. And like any video, like you make one mistake, you are done. You are done for.
I mean,
Like
I watch
those-
a lot of them.
But honestly,
fail
but that's,
videos.
well, that's not even that, dude. But like at the extreme level, like those kids. Remember those like Trump kids that was intimidated that Native American was like super fucked up that they did that. Like those kids are probably what at the oldest 16, right? They don't know when they're 36. They could probably look back and be like, Jesus, that was a mistake, you know. But that they were put on blast for that, and they're just done now, you know. And I'm sure one of them will grow up and be like, man, I was fucked. I was dipping my toe in the pool. These kids, you know, they were being my friend. I just joined
just hanging
along.
out.
I didn't know, you know.
Well,
You know?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, everyone around him, but that kid it was that shit-eating grin he had.
Yeah.
But you can't blame,
Yeah.
listen, as a member of the shit-eating grin club, all right? Can't get mad at someone for looking.
Well, it's just like, the guy's
I don't know if he did more, but
the guy's just like playing the drum in his face.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
kid's
but
just
everyone
like,
around him was kind of doing more than the kid,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
I will say that's an extreme example of like that's like something actually really fucked up. You know,
Right.
those kids probably won't grow up and be like, "Oh, I made a mistake." Probably not. I'm not going to give them that benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
that's like an extreme one. But like, say you like, I knew a kid. Okay, I'm not going to name his name, but if he ever listens to this, he will know that this is him. When I was in high school, he was on the tennis team with me, and our tennis coach was a cool guy. You know, he was not like whatever. We were all older.
He wasn't inviting you to parties.
No. But he was like a cool guy, and he, you know, it was a small tennis team, and my friend who is on the team told us that over the weekend he was at a high school party or at a party or something, got drunk, and he found a cop car and he pooped on it. And he told us that he pooped on a cop car. And my tennis coach is like, "No way, you're making it up. I don't believe you."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "I'll show you where it is. It's in town. It's parked at a, you know, wherever. It's probably still there." We drove to it. There was poop on the cop car. Still there. Hadn't been found. That kid now, I know him, is like a successful person who works in like finance or something and like
Yeah.
has his life totally together. And all I'm saying is if that was on video,
Yeah, if they caught him.
yeah. I mean, here I am talking about it right now on a podcast, but like the truth is, like,
Well, but
if someone had a video at the time, that would haunt him forever.
But
if it
here's the
ever got
thing:
out,
is
you know?
he's not going to poop on that cop car because someone could film him. So we're living in Orwellian future, We
Right.
got cameras on.
That's why he's pooping on that. We can't poop on cop cars
yeah,
anymore.
everyone's recording everyone.
Yeah. Doesn't really
Can't
seem to stop people.
Dude, I heard so many stories about someone pooping on cars, and only till now did I think it was feasible if it actually happened. Because every story
Dude,
I thought was
saw the
complete
poop.
bullshit.
I saw the poop on the car.
Was it diarrhea?
No, it was like large.
Solid? That's crazy that someone could just get up, drop that.
Squat.
Yeah, under no all pressure being caught and everything.
Yeah.
I bet you it's easier
Oh.
if he had been drinking. I bet you that made it easier.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, a kid, I'm not going to name names here, but a kid famously at Old Saybrook Senior High School was expelled for pooping in the library trash can. He pooped
That seems respectful.
for a dare. No,
Oh,
it was
a
for
dare?
Yeah,
Oh.
like
Oh,
Fred
man.
was like, at my school, weirdly, dares were like intense. Like if you didn't do a dare, like you were like a a huge wuss. And so
This high
somebody,
school?
yeah, this is the lore. This is my friend's older brother that did this, but I knew about it because we all knew about it. Famously expelled because the kid was like, "I dare you to poop in the trash can," and he was like, "Okay." He walked over and he pooped in the trash can, and the librarian saw him immediately.
Yeah.
It was like, "You can't poop in that trash can. You're expelled."
Why didn't he say like, "Oh, my stomach"?
Yeah, that would have been a
had
good
to poop.
save, but I think he just owned it. I think he was like, "Yeah, I'm pooping in this trash can. What do you want to say about it?" But
Expelled?
expelled. He was expelled.
Dang, expelled is a lot for just pooping in a trash can.
Yeah, it's tough.
I
What
don't
if it was
know.
his first offense?
Yeah, maybe it was. I don't know. But I knew there was so much lore about this kid for pooping in that trash can. He's like a legend.
And is he successful now too?
I don't know about him. I only know about the other guy because I follow him on Instagram still. And we know
Oh,
each other.
yeah.
on
I gotta find
Instagram.
this poop legend.
Yeah. Well, they're both poop legends. They both pooped on places they shouldn't be pooped.
Man, your school well known for its dares and its poops in unfamiliar areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I can't poop outside of my household.
Can you not?
I can poop at work, but boy, today did I make a mistake.
Pooping at work?
What have you done?
So, to quote the great James, it's not the poop, it's the toilet paper.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Plugs.
James Nichols.
Yeah. So I plugged the toilet, and I was like, I flushed it a couple times. I was like, whatever, it'll go down eventually. And I walked away from it, right? And apparently, like, the little thingy you push down.
Yeah.
So it didn't seal correctly, right? So now the water is still trickling in from the back. And I go down, I sit down. My coworker, about 15 minutes later, taps me on the shoulder. I'm listening to music. And he goes, "Dwayne, did you use the bathroom?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Which one? On the left or the right?" I go, "Left." He's like, "I think you should go look at it." He's got like this thick Polish accent. He's like, "I think you should go look at it," And I go, and there is 2 inches of water.
Oh.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And so I grabbed the mop and started mopping it up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just
But
like-
no, it wasn't like,
It
it was
or-
all just water.
Yeah. The pooper.
So it wasn't that gross.
The poop got down.
Yeah, the poop was down and gone, but like because it was also not my fault. Those toilets are awful. They have they're designed for only farts. They have a tiny hole for only farts.
My bathrooms, I don't know if I could. Our toilets are they're intense. They're built for tons of
Dude,
people
I think
working in
most
the
of
office.
Manhattan is just like, we gotta nip this problem in the bud.
Yeah.
We are gonna demolish this poop before it even
Yeah,
enters the system.
Dude, the toilets at JFK, oof, they shoot a freaking.
They got like a
water
jet engine.
Yeah, fucking water slide up your ass after you take a dump. I went like crazy diarrhea before my flight to California a couple weeks ago, and I pressed the button, and it literally I had to go like that. It got all over my
Dude,
cheeks.
those airport shits smell the worst. I don't know. Every time I walk into an airport bathroom, I'm like,
Yeah.
what has happened to everyone in here?
You know what it is? People are
all the
nervous.
nerves.
Yeah, people are nervous before their flights.
But it's
a
also
nervous
like
shit.
everyone's like drinking before their flight,
Yeah,
probably too.
it's
Yeah,
those
yeah.
two things. It's people that are nervous to fly and people that are drunk.
Yeah.
That
plus,
are either
like,
arriving at airports drunk from their flight or getting drunk and then shitting before their
Yeah,
flight.
yeah.
That's what it is.
Like it could be the nature of like travel too, where you're just not eating the same.
yeah.
Yeah, you're just eating Panda Express.
Yeah.
Well, my flight, the reason I had crazy diarrhea is because I I was with you guys, my flight was at 8 a.m. I had to be up at like 5:30 to get there by 6:30. And at 6:30, I haven't eaten. I had eaten like shit the night before. The only thing I had was black coffee waiting for my flight. And then I'm like, oh boy, here it comes. And it was like I was pooping right up before boarding. I was like, I ran out of the bathroom, and then they're like, gate section 3 is now boarding. So I went from toilet to flight.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. And I was nervous because I was like, man, what if it's not done? What if I'm going to need to be pooping?
Dude, you're on the plane. There's toilets there.
Yeah.
Claim a spot.
You guys ever pooped on a plane?
No.
I don't think so.
I could not.
Easier said than done, it seems.
I could not do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I feel like I'm the lone wolf with these problems.
No, I think I can't poop on a plane. I don't think I could.
I can't pee on a plane.
I can definitely
it's very
pee
hard to pee
I
on a plane.
can, but I also can't. I'm always like, it always gets bouncy at the end. And you know what? Every time I pee, I'm leaning against the wall, and I'm like, I am inches from the air, And then I'm at the back of the plane, so I just start imagining the plane as this big teeter-totter in the sky, and I'm at the bouncy end of it,
Well, this is your problem. Right
And now I'm just like, here I am, standing up, floating through the sky, trying to pee. This is... God didn't want this.
You know what my problem is? You know what I never do? So I peed so much on my red-eye flight home, but I never flush because I'm afraid if I flush, the plane's going to explode. It's that Roy Scovel joke, but I feel like it's going to blow up when I press the button. It's literally a big red button. And I'm like, that looks like a button that would blow up a plane. So,
hey, guys, I'm going to take this as a success, but took us 5 episodes to talk about piss and shit.
Did we talk about it on our first episode?
No, we talked about jerking off.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about peeing in public and
No.
Maybe we covered it briefly.
Another fun thing about my job, so my toilets.
Where do you work again?
So I work at Buck Mason. At my office, we have a bathroom per floor. So we have a shared floor bathroom, but there's multiple offices in our building, and so, or on each floor. So on my floor, there is a company. I don't know what they are. All it says is, please ring the doorbell before you come in. And all the guys that work in there are like, not American. I'll say that. They are not Americans. Like, they're immigrants, but they live here, so they probably are Americans. But, they don't, I don't know what it is. But, and I've seen it happen, I'm not making this up, they go into the bathroom with water bottles because they don't wipe with toilet paper. The way that they wipe is they pour water down their butt cracks after they poop.
Yeah.
And they also wash their dicks with the urinal. They go up to the urinal, they flush the urinal, and with the water, they wash their dicks off.
What?
They do not.
Before they go in the bathroom, yes, 100%.
They wash their dicks off in the urinal?
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
I've seen it. I've peed next to them while
But
it's
people
happened.
pee onto the part they're using to wash their dicks.
Crazy, right?
Where is their dick getting dirty that they have to wash it in the urinal?
Not. It's that they don't touch I don't think they touch their...
Yeah.
They don't touch that area of their body at all. That's why they
Wait.
That's why they don't
So if they're
wipe.
not touching their balls and penis, then how are
Well, they do, but they wash it after they touch it and they go up to the urinal. They flush. They press the flush, and then I think they
They have to, because the water sticks to the edge of the urinal.
Yeah,
so they have to put their hand against it.
right, and then they wash their dicks off. Yeah.
This is crazy.
Dude, what hilarious prankster taught them how to pee?
Yeah.
Okay, guys,
In
well,
America.
In America, you put your
Have
dick.
you guys heard of the pouring water to not wiping?
Oh yeah, that's standard. But that's standard that America and like Western culture wipes with paper.
Right.
Then the common thing
It's
they
a
say is
bidet.
like if you had shit on your arm, would you take a piece of paper and wipe it off, or would you fucking soap and water it?
right.
And that
'Cause
makes
that's
sense.
what they do. They go in these big water bottles. Also, they also bring their coffee mugs in there and wash out their coffee mugs afterwards. It's a very uncleanly situation. So I use the bathroom on the 8th floor, which no one works at. Like it's like they're working
Is there a
on
lot
the
of
buildings.
splashing around?
Yeah. And they wipe down the sink when they leave. They wipe down the sink countertop. They take paper towels and they
That
wipe
seems
it down.
polite.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What is it though?
It's like,
When you
why are
said they
wiping
wash
them?
their dicks, I imagine them flipping their dick out into the
to the pool of water.
no,
below.
into the sink.
Oh no,
just
no.
hanging it out and then
I hope. Well, I
lapping
think,
the water.
Well, that's
out.
why I think they wash in the urinals because they don't want to wash their dicks in the sink.
Yeah.
I think they would wash their dicks in the sink, but
If
it's
they
a
were
shit.
home.
Yeah, if they were home, they'd wash their dicks in their sink.
Yeah.
Also,
Very
none of these
interesting.
people wear shoes; they all wear flip flops inside. One of them yelled at me once.
Because
Oh my
you didn't
God.
wash your dick.
No,
He's
because
like, it is impolite to leave the bathroom
No,
without
this is-
washing you. Yo, he didn't wash his dick.
This guy's got a dirty dick. No, I was in the bathroom and I pee. I just had to pee so bad, but I hate peeing at urinals, especially when someone's right next to me. I don't like it. And there's only 2 urinals. So I go into the stall. We all do this. Go into the stall, pee,
Yeah.
right? So I just pee in the stall and I come out of it and there's a guy and he's like staring at me all mad looking. It's one of the guys that works in that office. And I'm looking
Yeah.
at him like, what? And he was like, when you pee in the stall, you pee in the urinal. You don't pee in the stall. And I was like, no, I wanted to pee in the stall. He's like, no, it makes a mess. You don't pee in the stall. And I was like, I'm going to pee in the stall. He's like, you do
Yeah.
not pee in the stall.
Oh man.
And I was like,
Cultures are clashing here.
And then,
Then you start going, these are American toilets.
well, no, he was like, you don't pee in the stall. You pee in the urinal. And I was this close to being like, you don't wash your butts. Okay, I have seen you wash your dicks in the urinal and you do not wash your butts. Don't yell at me about peeing in the stall.
Wait, I thought you said they bring bottles of water to wash their butts.
They do, but they don't wipe their butts. They wash their butts.
Oh, they don't wipe?
No.
They got to follow up with to wipe the water.
I don't know.
They're not
I'm
putting
not
their
in the-
trousers back on with wet butts.
Well, maybe, yeah, I guess. I don't
It's
know.
just always full
I don't-
rolls
Dude,
of
have
toilet
you
paper.
used a bidet, though?
No.
Oh, we got to get a bidet. I
No,
think,
we
Damien,
don't.
I think you would love a bidet.
Yeah, I did it as a kid. My grandma
Asa
had one.
Akira, the porn star, is selling bidets right now. Really? Yeah.
Just
she
have a
started
promo
a
code?
business. Yeah.
Type it.
I think it's just called Tushy. I know this from a podcast. so.
Yeah.
Right.
Bidet
Podcast.
and a squatty potty. That'd be like the double combo.
I'm anti
Hey,
squatty
have you
potty.
guys
It's
have-
anti-squatty potty.
Yeah, I hate too much stuff around the bathtub.
That it is
you know,
annoying.
yeah.
Have you guys ever
It looks like a grandma lives there. You know what I mean?
You guys ever had a squishy toilet seat?
Oh, the worst.
Well, I kind of like 'em.
What is that? You like
It's
sink
Wow.
into
cushion.
it?
Yeah, it's cushiony. It's like sitting on a
No,
couch.
you can't clean it.
I like it.
Some people do the fur.
What? No,
No,
that
not
is not
on the toilet seat.
on the top.
On the top.
the
they do
top.
the
Oh,
fur.
okay.
Yeah,
Right?
I hate that also. But
Yeah.
you're not putting fur on the seat.
I hope not.
Yeah, that's crazy. No, I'm talking about these are like ones. It's for elderly people. You like sit.
Yeah,
It's supposed
yeah.
to comfort. It's supposed you don't hurt your legs or your back.
Listen, I have a very bony ass, so it would help me. But
Yeah, we should get one. I think
no,
we should
so
get one.
gross. Ugh.
I'd be into it.
It's like a yoga mat.
Yeah,
Just on there.
No, it's a little
No,
bit
it's
thicker.
it's super
bit
thick.
thicker?
It's
yeah,
like
it's a little thicker.
it's like a chair cushion.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh,
I
yeah,
bet you
it
like
is.
it.
No, it is not nice.
I'd feel gross. If I was the only person
That would
who
just
ever
not be
shit on
cleaned
it,
properly.
Yeah.
I'd have to wipe that literally every time I use it.
Well, maybe make us all a little bit more clean.
This has been fun part about the internet.
We should
Is
definitely get a bidet. Feels so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my friend had one. He didn't tell me, but the pressure gets high really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is almost unbearable at a 2. And I just sat down. I was like, I turned it all the way up to 9.
Oh my god. You got blast toys in your ass.
Yeah, almost shot me off the toilet. I think I stood up. But yeah, they are handy.
Oh my god.
I imagine it feels nice. But
It's
yeah,
just you're not irritating your.
also those dudes that work in my
sensitive
office, I have no problem calling them out. Fuck those dudes. It's weird. They're also, I wouldn't be like, fuck those dudes if they just did their own thing. But when they're like mean to me about peeing in the stall, that one guy who called me out, I fucking found out today. I got off the N train. He got off the N train. He was waiting for the 7. He lives in Queens. I saw him. I was like, that's that fucking guy.
Ooh.
Lives in fucking Queens.
Dude, people poop different in different places. You know,
And that's fine, but don't yell at me for peeing in the stall. That's all I'm
Did-
saying.
did-
Also, don't wash your dicks in the urinal. I think that's
Yeah, that's
don't
weird.
do that.
Did I tell you about? I was in a bathroom in Texas and I saw a sign, and it had a drawing of someone putting toilet paper in the toilet and had a check mark, and then it had a drawing of someone putting toilet paper on the ground, and I had an X through it.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, I fucking hope so, you know.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, wait, why is this here? And then I was like, oh, it's Texas. It's near the border, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, how fucked up is Texas that they think Mexican people are just wiping and throwing it on the ground, you know?
Yeah.
But then I was working with a Mexican guy, and he was saying that sometimes they don't always have the best plumbing in like small villages and stuff, so they'll throw it in the trash and then burn it. You can't flush it.
Yeah.
Is the
Right.
idea.
Right.
And so, you know, they don't want to ruin the plumbing, so they might. Yeah.
Have you guys ever pooped in the woods?
No.
No. I had a friend who did, and I thought it was the grossest thing I'd ever seen.
Was he camping, or was this? an
No, this was
emergency?
like
Side
it
of
was
the
like
road?
5th grade.
Oh, okay. I'm talking like side of the road. You're in a car ride and you can't make it to the next rest stop.
Did you?
When I was a kid, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have never not pooped in a toilet, save when I was a baby.
I think I'm 100% toilet.
You guys never
Yeah,
pooped in
yeah.
your pants?
No.
Uh,
I pooped in my pants when I was like,
Dude, the amount of
kid.
people with poop in their pants, like shit in their pants stories blows my mind.
I've pooped in my pants. I'm getting to an age now though where I used to be really nervous to poop like that I would shit my pants on the subway or throw up on the subway. And now if I'm like feeling it, I'm like, whatever.
yeah.
It is what it is. Yeah. You're sick. You can't if you're like sick, then you're sick. There's nothing you can do.
Right.
What are you gonna do?
Clench. King clench.
I'll clench till I can.
yeah, yeah.
But if I have to like go diarrhea because I'm violently ill, then I'll go diarrhea. Fuck it.
I just remember when I was in the UK, they had this thing, and it's super cool. I think it was called a macerator. Every time you poop and you flush, you push this button, and it's little blades in the
No.
pipe. It just chops it all up so that it goes through the system.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yeah. It makes sense, though. It solves a lot of problems.
Feels like it's like baby birding the toilet.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, it's too big for you, pipes.
You push it, and you'd hear, like, the pipes, like, whirring, you know?
yeah.
It's like a garbage disposal for your shit.
Yeah.
Well, some of the dumps you take, I can imagine that being helpful.
Oh,
You drop them.
yeah.
You take big dumps.
I'm all or nothing, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like a camel with
Yeah.
my poop.
Do camels? Oh, what do you mean?
I'd say I can wait on it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I can hold it through a long desert walk.
Well, when you were in Ireland, right, you didn't poop because I remember I was constipated once. I was nervous about it, and then you told me a story about how you didn't shit for like 3 weeks, right? Or not 3 weeks.
What? You would die.
How long wasn't it like a week?
No, this had nothing to do with Ireland anyway.
Weren't you constipated for like a really long time?
One time I was constipated for like 6 days. Which
Yeah.
that was like that
You
wasn't
did not
me.
poop for
that
6
wasn't
days.
me trying to not poop.
No, I know.
In fact, I was trying the most I ever have.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm just talking about how you told me you were like epically constipated one time.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. 6 days is awful. At that point, you're
That's
like
a week. That's a week.
you are like, I wasn't eating. I was like, I can't add to this.
yeah.
You know.
What was that poop like though when you finally got it out?
Yeah. Okay, I'm not describing it on the podcast.
I mean, the feeling.
Yeah, like what did it feel
Oh.
like?
Yeah. We don't
pure
need to play
elation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Greatest. I mean, I had taken lots of mineral oil and stuff. You know what that
Taking
is?
stool softener at all?
I took a couple, yeah. But then the problem is like, once it didn't work, it was like it's working in the middle, and it just, it's stacking up the pain.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying, you know?
Oh
So.
man, I had a similar, but
I don't know what that was either. It was like, yeah.
probably diet, right?
I think part of it is I kind of have
Potatoes.
I have a hernia that kind of can come and go.
It just puts like
I
closes
think
it off.
maybe it just cinches it like a hose every now and then.
Oh my god.
It happened because it's happened before. It happens every time I like work out a lot for like a long time and then stop.
Oh,
So, something goes loose.
like, hold the shit. We might need it.
Yeah.
I went on a field trip, 5 days. That was my longest. It was like a school trip.
That was choice.
That was choice.
You didn't poop for 5 days?
I didn't poop for 5 days.
Nothing.
That's the longest I've done by
Just
or
nothing.
the longest I've done by choice. I think is 3.5 days.
Yeah. I could just never get alone time, and people were just always in the bathroom. It was like camp
yeah.
vibes. Everyone's just in the bathroom, being like, "Oh, what you doing in there?"
Oh, I
And
can't.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
me either.
I'm peeing.
I can poop now like that, no problem. Pooping is so important to me. cherish my poops. I cherish a good poop because I've had a lot
Yeah.
of bad ones that are not satisfying. And man, when you get a satisfying one, nothing can get in my way.
You worry about not pooping so often.
That's what I'm saying. I cherish them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if I'm having a good poop and there's somebody banging on the door like, hey, man, get out of there, whatever, I'm like, I'm pooping right now. You're going to
Yeah.
have to wait.
Oh, man, if someone starts banging on that door, it's like you just ruined the movie for me. You know what I mean? You're like, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
I am in the zone. I'm enjoying every part of it.
Right.
Yeah, good poop is, to me, MasterCard, priceless. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
I love it.
I hear the Walking on Sunshine song
Yeah.
every time I'm done.
I took a great poop today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
I don't really. I feel like. What's your?
Damien was saying he was getting diarrhea all the time. He's diarrhea king.
I'm diarrhea king.
Sorry, was that
Right
what you were
now?
saying?
No.
You're going
just
through a diarrhea phase?
No, just like in general.
Oh, yeah.
always-
You do go a lot of diarrhea.
Yeah, I do diarrhea a lot, but it's like I eat a lot of spicy food.
Yeah.
And then-
Spicy food and like bad food too. You eat a lot of bad food. Like you eat like
Sure.
like flaming hot Cheetos, and you were eating jalapeno Pringles. Like
Yeah.
It's probably not helping that it's like not natural.
Yeah, I don't really have a
spices.
problem with it.
No, I'm not saying
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to have a problem with it. I'm just saying that might be why you have diarrhea.
Oh yeah. I dig it. I like it so much more than a regular poop.
That's wild.
If I just do like a log, I'm like,
I love a log.
yeah.
I live on that log.
I don't feel the effect. I don't feel that like
Oh, that's what. That's
Yeah, yeah.
That's what. I mean, that's what I was saying when I stopped drinking,
mm-hmm.
and it's like I went into healthy poop territory, and I'm like, yeah, it's nice. I feel healthy all the time.
Yeah.
I've lost all the lows, but I miss the highs. The lows of how awful I feel, and the
Yeah,
highs
yeah.
of how great I felt.
Yeah. The only one I'm okay with, if it's clean. There was a weird when we first moved in. I have no idea why, but for like a month straight, I just had like clean. Like it would, I would come out, I'd wipe, and it would look. There'd be nothing on it, and that was cool.
It was all that stressless living.
Stressless. I'm not gonna lie, that was actually pretty exciting.
Casey had the opposite problem when we moved in.
Yeah.
Casey's like, "What's wrong with me?"
was
I'm
the
like,
fir-
"What do you have? Coffee, yogurt, more coffee, a donut."
That was the first thing you did in the apartment.
I christened this house
Yeah.
pretty epically.
We walked in, we're like, "This is the apartment," and you're like, "I have to."
I have to go insane
Yeah.
diarrhea right
Yeah.
now.
Little did you guys know what you signed up for with me?
Yeah, I don't know
My old roommates used to make fun of me all the time.
that you're.
I gotta tell this story. It's like Saturday. No, it's like last week. But
This is going to be called the poop one now.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to try to take a shower. And it's the morning, and Dwayne, I don't know that he's pooping, but the door is shut.
It's like
So-
what's it, like 12:30
Yeah,
at night?
It's a time where I would be showering,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know that I don't know that anyone's in there, and so I just pull on the door, and I feel that it's locked, and I'm like, oh, it's locked, someone's in there, and then I just hear Dwayne go, bitch, bitch. Like fuck me, I can't shower. Dwayne's pooping.
I was like, why has no one ever said that before? If someone goes to grab a door in a bathroom and you're in there, bitch.
I got it.
I was saying the only thing that would be better if he was like, bitch. Huge dump sound happens. Well, this is either the poop one or it's like the fucking the risky one where we're naming names about the scandalous one.
The lecherous teachers.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
was especially funny about that moment is because saying bitch made it feel like I had control over you not coming in there. Like I was, fuck you, you can't come in. But it was just going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Uh,
Should we move on from poop?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys liked to talk about poop so much. I didn't take you as a poop guy, Damien.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a big part of my life.
That's what you said to me, and until I started opening up to you about poop, I
Yeah.
suddenly realized it's true.
I've got a lot of near misses with shitting my pants, and it keeps me young.
Yeah.
Really. That's what it does. Yeah, I don't know.
One time my mom always had some home remedies for certain things, and I think I might have had like an allergic reaction or something, and my mom gave me some dietary tea. She was like, "Oh, it'll help clear you out or whatever." And maybe she knew it meant I would shit, but like in my mind, it just meant the tea would cure me, And I had some in the morning or something. Then I did a soccer game. And by the end, I was like, I needed to shit so badly, and I would never shit anywhere except home at this point. Like I would like explode before I shit at home as a kid. And on the drive home, I'm like, Dad, I really need to get home, and he's like, oh, let me just stop over here. And I'm like, what, Dad? No. I spent an hour waiting for my dad, dying, literally shooting bullets out my, like sweating bullets, and I talked to him recently. He's like, I didn't know you had to go that bad. I'm like, Dad, I should. That was the moment. I should have shit my pants. It would have been the right moment.
Yeah.
But I made it through. Once I made it through that, I was like, I can make it through anything.
You're still undefeated.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
I have pissed my bed before though. So.
Oh wow, that's
As an adult.
As an adult.
Drinking or just for fun?
Just woke up drunk.
Yeah.
No, I don't even think I drank that much, but it was a huge come to Jesus moment where it's like, the first time I was like, all right, time to rein it in a little.
I wonder if that's like you just passed out before, like you really had to go pee, but you accidentally laid down and
yeah,
and then
I've never peed myself or peed my bed. That I've never done.
I peed my pants as a kid because I was playing video games. This is how like much of a dork I was. I was in the middle of like a cutscene, like one of the movies, and you couldn't. This was the day where you couldn't skip or you couldn't pause that kind of stuff. And I had to pee so bad, and I was just watching the thing, and it just didn't seem like it was ending. And I was like, I am just gonna pee my pants, and then I just peed.
Did you have to let it go?
Yeah, it was just like, this is happening.
Yeah.
And then
how'd it feel?
Warm.
Yeah, it's always hot.
It feels warm. And then I showed I don't know why I went to my mom. I don't know why I didn't just like clean myself. I must have been like 7 or something. 8.
14.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. It was like last year. No, I went right to my mom and I was like, Mom, I peed my pants. And she's like, oh, you should go find your dad and be like, look what I did. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. like, I was old enough to be like, go to Mom, but still be like scared of Dad being like, bitch.
Yeah. They're going to find out
your mom thought it was funny.
Oh, yeah, my mom. Dude, my mom is
your
like.
Your mom just starts laughing at you.
Well, my mom is like pee and poop. Like, we can talk about that.
Oh, really?
But my
you guys
dad
have something to talk about.
Yeah, but my dad's a little more conservative.
Oh, nice.
He's like, this is, keep that to yourself. No, he's fine with it, but
yeah. Lately, my mom's been comfortable telling me the kind of men she finds attractive.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like who?
She almost wants to talk, relationship stuff with me.
I always think it's interesting the parent that's like is like shh, like don't when a kid does something like or is like acting out or something. You know, it's always interesting to me. It's like you're their parent. If they can't do this to you, then who can they do it to? Like if you can't be like, Mom, I peed my pants, and like if your mom is like, your mom wasn't like this, but if someone had a mom that was like, don't do that.
Yeah.
you're like what? You're my mom.
Well, that would have been I mean, if that happened, that probably would have been logged in my brain as like a weird then I wouldn't be able to pee even worse in public or something.
Did your parents have awkward sex talks with you?
No.
Because I cannot. My dad was weird about it, and I cannot imagine being awkward around my child. It's like, listen up, you little guy.
Yeah, it's your kid. Yeah.
Here's what you're gonna do when you're old enough, and responsible, or beforehand, as long as you, like what am I? What do I say to my kid that's made out of my semen?
I remember there was a girl that I went on a few dates with, or like dated, I guess. But she told me a story about how when she would act out, like as a child,
Uh-huh.
her parents. She distinctly remembers her parents telling her to keep a low profile. Which I think is so funny.
That's so funny.
That's
well, kind of like
hilarious.
a low profile, and it's like don't speak unless spoken to kind of vibe.
No, like try and like tone it down, which is hilarious. I think about that all the time. Like just it's like almost like
Yeah.
something that you would say to your. It's like a shitty boyfriend would say that to his girlfriend that's like complaining and yelling at a party.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, like in the car ride, you embarrassed me back there. Like imagine saying that to your kid. How could you embarrass me like that? No, I remember my sex talk with my mom. I don't even think like I had like a real one.
What'd she tell you?
I think it was just like if you're gonna do it, be safe and always be like make sure.
She didn't tell you the physical steps.
No, I learned that in school.
I mean, those are evident at a certain point.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
sure-
it's
I'm
like
a-
a plus and minus sign.
She
but-
more talked to me about the social aspect of sexual relations. She was like, I want you to wait as long as you can, but if you do it with someone, try to be the safest you can and also like try to like you know, not do stuff.
My dad did the like oh, he's like folding his arms up, you know, he's like getting like, well, you know, and then and he goes, so you stick your willy in her vagina.
No way.
Yeah, he definitely said willy in her vagina.
Well, this is a gay guy, so like he didn't even.
Your dad's
Yeah,
gay,
but
too.
my dad knew women like science. No emotions.
It's like a bud, only
So
gross.
they actually, yeah. So he actually gave you the play-by-play.
Well, what
He
he
told
did
you.
tell me actually, which
was
is
he
very
was he out as gay when he gave you the talk?
no.
Do you think that maybe led to his awkwardness just within his own mind a little bit?
I feel like no, only because in the zeitgeist of things, it's always awkward. Like what my dad did was similar to what you'd see in like a sitcom.
Yeah, which is interesting that your point is that, like who would be awkward because it shouldn't be awkward. It's your kid, you know.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, we grew up super religious and like, you know, you just didn't talk
Yeah.
about that stuff.
yeah, my mom definitely didn't talk about the physical stuff because she was like, school will take care of that.
Yeah.
He has health class for a reason, but I'm gonna tell him like, you know, don't like try to wait and don't.
My dad did
You know, whatever.
my dad did tell me like don't worry about yourself, all right? You'll take care of it, you know?
Whoa.
Worry
Very
about
progressive.
worry about the girl.
Very
That's what he said.
progressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Basically, my dad was trying to get me to live the dream that he couldn't.
Yeah, look, one day a colon man will make a woman come, and we hope it's you, son.
Is he the only gay guy in your family?
Yeah.
He's the only.
What,
gay.
what? Who knows?
What's that mean?
Well, what do you? Well, first of all, what do you mean family? Like all
No, like
extended?
his family.
His family, yeah.
He's the only. Yeah, my mom has 2 gay siblings.
How many's in your mom's family?
6.
Oh, real Irish family.
Yeah, she had like 6 kids total, 7 I think, 6 or 7.
Interesting.
2 of which are gay.
Mm.
And then like a woman and a man, both gay, turned out gay. Yeah. So I'm wondering if like he had any other siblings or parents or anything that was gay.
No.
Yeah, he was the first one.
Yeah.
Nice.
He broke it to my grandma, but she was too old to figure it out to get it.
No.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Not that she didn't. I don't think she saw it negatively. I think she just didn't really understand.
Yeah.
But I wasn't around for that.
Right.
My dad told her like later
Right.
after I'd left.
When did it happen? When did he come out to your family? How old were
My dad's whole come out process. I found out my dad listens to this now.
you? Does he?
Yeah, he actually sent an old Toblerone commercial
No way.
from the old country. He's like, you guys should check out this Toblerone commercial.
Oh well, do you not?
Dude, if
wanna-
I do something, my dad is on it.
That's funny. He found out.
do you not want to discuss this then?
No, it's. Have you heard my set? My dad has seen everything I joke about.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I was just wondering how old you were when. you
I
came
was
out.
like 18.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. I think I knew that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was the breakdown moment was my mom brought it up.
Oh, right.
She found out.
She knew for
Oh.
a bit, and then eventually
Right.
had probably had enough. Spilled the beans.
Why'd
I
you
can't.
spill your beans? From that Lighthouse trailer. Why'd you spill your beans? Well, that is.
When did your parents come out?
Yo, 100%
Oh, they didn't?
straight.
What? Huh?
My family's 100% straight.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
What about your dad?
Nice. Well, folks, that's an hour. That's where we can wrap it up there.
Yeah.
Should we wrap it up?
I think so. That's about an hour. So
Yeah.
almost like hour and 10. I got to be honest, I'm really nervous about the camera.
I see the light.
Oh, nice.
Looks like it's still recording.
Is
Cool.
it blinking?
Is it supposed to be blinking?
Uh-oh.
Well, at this point, we might as well just check, right? It's been.
Oh, it's going.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I just see I thought that was the record light. Well, this is a very interesting conversation.
Yeah. Well, we're wrapping up, so it
Well,
doesn't matter.
yeah. Did we want to end on anything?
I don't think so. just
Yeah.
about
Have
does
you
it for me.
shit your pants to the viewer / listener?
Yeah. Let us know if you've shit your pants.
Crushboyspod@gmail.com. Write in. Let us know. Do you guys have any plugs?
Crush Boys Pod on Instagram.
Yeah, Crushboyspod on Instagram, crushboyspod@gmail.com. If you are someone, if you're like one of those people that just randomly found this podcast and you genuinely listen, I couldn't tell you how much it would make our day if you actually wrote. I was thinking about that today. Can you imagine if someone wrote us and was like, "Hey guys, found the pod randomly. Listen to this." That would change my life, I think, because to get an actual fan.
Yeah.
That would be insane. So if you are out there and you do listen to this, write us, because honestly, you have no idea how happy it would make the three of us. It would literally,
that'd be cool.
It would be the coolest thing.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine having.
It would give me reason to refreshing the podcast email every 5 minutes. So
Yeah. If people started emailing us, that would legit change my life. I'd be like, oh, I found what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah,
Found
yeah.
my calling. I have a fan base now. So honestly, because I remember Jordan and Sam's podcast got a weird fan in Texas that just found their podcast, I think it was a college student or a teenager or something, maybe friend of a friend, and would email their email, and I was like,
That's fun.
man, if I got that would be the fucking coolest. So if you're out there, write us an email, or just hit us up on Instagram, slide in our DMs, message us.
We got a sex bot in our DMs, so
Oh, that's something.
That's something.
That's something.
we got a what?
we got a sex bot in our
sex bot.
DMs.
Oh.
Hey, you know what I just found out about sex bots?
What?
Is that, you know how it pops up and it says accept or decline their message?
Yeah.
You should never screen grab it, because if you screen grab their message or even the accept decline, if you screen grab it, that can somehow infect your phone
Oh shit.
with a virus. Yeah, I just found that out. Isn't that crazy?
Weird.
Just a screen grab can trigger something in the virus.
That's so strange.
Yeah. it's
Yo,
wild.
Instagram has a weird interaction with screenshots. So I
Yeah.
guess that's maybe opens it up.
Can you screenshot a story? Does it alert the person?
Yeah.
Does it?
Ha ha. Yeah.
You've been screenshotting stories?
That's what I've been told.
You've been screenshotting stories?
Every now and then.
Damn.
Fun.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Some people be knowing.
No, nothing wild. It's just
You know what you
it's usually
can-
when I want to do a bit. I want to send someone a bit, you know?
You know what you
Yeah.
can screen grab.
Can you
and not,
screenshot a story? I got to find this out now. Fuck.
write us in, crushboyspod@gmail.com, please, fans. But you know what you can screen grab? The message thread. Nobody gets a notification. You can, if someone's
okay.
messaging you, you can screen grab that. They don't get a
okay.
notification. I've tested that because there was a girl that was messaging me on Instagram, and I didn't know how to read her messages, and I was like, before I screen grabbed it, I tested it on myself. I screen grabbed one of my friends' messages.
This seems
Yeah.
incredibly unfair that they did not let anyone know.
that they
I
that
thought
they let
that's-
people know.
I thought that's how it always was. Ever since they did Snapchat, because I know that was the thing in Snapchat. And I
Yeah,
think
if you screen grab Snap, well, that's nudes, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
the only
for
thing I
nudes.
screenshotted recently was Jordan's stories.
Jordan
Okay.
Scott Huggins.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
wait, no, I screenshotted yours also.
You did. When?
Did you notice? If you
Which
didn't
one?
notice,
Which
it was the video of Jordan, so that I could get you've recorded him because he looked so cool
Oh, he's wearing a cool outfit.
in shorts and he had
Yeah.
a nice outfit.
Yeah.
And so I screenshot that. Did you get a notification?
I didn't.
I don't think you get a notification. But I'll tell you what though,
Whoa.
I sent the on my birthday, I sent that picture of the three of us hanging out
Oh, we
Yeah.
should
to
post
the
that
Crush
on
Girls, right?
Yeah.
And then I think she screenshot that message. So maybe it's of a direct message.
Yeah, it got. He got a notification that.
Yeah,
she
but I think it's just
screenshotted
if
it.
it's direct
So,
message.
Maybe just a DM.
Yeah, because that's private. That would make sense.
No,
Okay.
but the DM messaging, just text messaging, as far as I know, does not. Let
No,
you
no.
know.
If you
So-
could probably
It's a
do the
photo.
The
A
Photo in the DM.
photo
Yeah.
in the DM, if you screen grab that, that comes up.
Something
This
to
is
be aware
actually
of.
this is actually super helpful.
Educational.
It's very
This
informative.
is actually super
That's why you have to
helpful.
listen to the end.
Especially
of the
our
podcast.
podcast. Like I feel like the people that would listen to our podcasts are the type of people that be screen grabbing and
Yeah.
sending messages. And
Yeah,
Well,
you
you
learn
know,
a lot in this podcast.
it's like you know what I feel like our fan base is going to become? It's going to become like late 20s to early to mid 30s people that are not connected with stuff, but like are into stuff. You know, like we're not going to. I don't know if we're going to be.
I would
Gen Z
love to
people.
get big in like Georgia, like next to Russia.
The
Yeah.
country?
Yeah,
Yeah, I would love to get huge
Yeah.
in like.
just some weird
Well, I kind of want random fans. I kind of want
Sri
like,
Lanka.
I want like no, but I want like American. Like I want like I wish there was like a high school dude that found our podcast or like a college kid somewhere randomly. It's like when you found like college radio stations. You just like randomly find whatever. I wish we could have that and just like one dude every week who's like, these are my guys.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: if you write into us, since we have so little, we will shout you out. How about that?
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah, we'll give you shouts out if you write us in. I think that could be awesome. So if you guys want to hear your name shouted out on our podcast. What was I going to say about screen grabs with Instagram? Oh, I was going to say we should post that photo of the three of us from Dwayne's birthday on our Instagram page. That should be
Oh, yeah.
one
yeah.
of our posts. That photo is so funny.
It's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
photo's really funny.
Yeah.
Awful, but funny.
Well, yeah.
All right, we got anything else? We good? All right.
No,
I
got
have a
pizza
bunch
bed.
of stuff to say about my mom's wedding, but maybe we can do that next week. Do that next week's episode.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
stuff. It was something that I was like, oh, I'll talk about that. And then we talked about poop and
Yeah,
fucking outing our
you really-
elementary school teachers, and I forgot about
You
it.
really want to mix all that together with your mom's perfect wedding?
Yeah, you got to put those all in the description. Casey's mom's wedding, poop, and sex offenders.
All right. Thank you guys.
That'll be next
For listening
week.
to
we'll
us.
see you guys next week. Remember to write in if you
Yeah.
listen. Want to hear from you. Goodbye, everybody.
Next week.